Welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age 2. Let's try this again.
What is this place?
This is the vault. The dwarves would have brought there.
It shouldn't crash this time.
That can't be good.
It's the same fight as before, but now we're actually going to get to see what's some of his other attacks, such as being able to run through a wall. And pick up a shield and slash this with a sword. A simple knockback. And then he does have the one other one we came in on and will be shut up again. Which does pulsing damage if you're within the area line of sight of him. It's not too much damage, but as you can tell, it can kill squishy pretty easily. We really enjoy jump slashing to kill bosses. I can't complain that it isn't effective.
Ooh, the rock wraiths are supposed to be dwarven legends. They're not even supposed to be real.
It's not very real now.
I suppose it doesn't matter. Look at what it was guarding.
Let's see if there's something that can help us get out of here.
And this is the difference between helping the demon and not. You wouldn't get that treasure. You'd get just what you need to leave, which is the large chest in the center. You wouldn't get to have the rest of it. Sure, it's mostly just straight gold. It's still nice.
A key. The kind that opens doors, I hope. Let's collect the best pieces we can carry out of here and then go. I'd say this is our way back.
How long to get back?
If we're unlucky, maybe a week.
And if we're lucky?
We stumble over Bartrand's corpse on the way.
Yep. That actually marks the end of Act 1. After these group of cutscenes.
Home, sweet home. Finally. Oh, I wonder if Bartrand came back to the city. You think I'd be that lucky?
Just make sure you let me know when you find him.
Trust me, you'll be the first to know. The treasure we found in that crypt far outstrips Bartrand's stupid idol. He'll be green with envy when he finds out. As soon as I get the chance, I'll look up my contacts to make sure we get the best price. I imagine you'll want to head home. Tell your family the good news. We're going to be rich.
That does sound like really good news. Wait. Then... oh dear.
What's going on? Please don't do anything.
Mistress Bethany is being taken to the Circle of Magi in the gallows.
Over my dead body.
It's done. Don't make it worse.
Consider yourselves fortunate. Her cooperation allows us to spare you the punishment for harboring a dangerous mage. This once.
Oh, Bethany, what will happen to you?
Don't worry, Mother. I'll be fine. Look after her.
We might have made a mistake leaving Bethany home. But at the same point, maybe not.
So the champion's sister was in the circle?
Yes, but that's not the connection you're looking for.
Isn't it? Driven from their home, a sister taken against her will, and the champion's companions, Merrill, Aveline, Isabella, that Warden Anders.
Don't remind me. I introduced them.
We thought they all came from Ferelden together, but now it makes sense. Motive and opportunity.
It's still not what you think.
Then I need to hear more.
Unless you've already decided. I can always go if you don't need me anymore.
Tell me what came next.
The treasure we found in the deep roads made us a fortune. The champion moved up in the world. Literally. Bought a mansion in Hightown. Everyone knew who she was now. Even the Viscount was taking notice. Bethany was in the circle now. There was nothing we could do for her. Poor girl. 3 years later, the Qunari still haven't left. The Qunari insisted they were waiting for their ship. But some of us knew better.
Well, we got a good amount of money. We got a new place. We got clothes clipping through our body. It was at least a decent venture to the deep roads if it lasts us 3 years.
The compound was not meant to be permanent. There are concerns the Qunari influence is no longer contained.
Was it ever? Kirkwall has tension enough between Templar and Mage. But these Qunari, they sit like gargoyles waiting for Maker knows what, and everyone goes mad around them. Nearly 4 years I've stood between fanatics. And now, this.
Don't keep us in suspense.
Leave us. Meredith at my throat, Orsino at my heels, and a city scared of heretical giants. Balance has held because the Qunari ask for nothing. Even the space in Lowtown was a gift to contain them. But now, the Arishok has requested you. By name. What did you do?
That's my business.
Maybe it was the killing of traitors.
I'm no fool.
Or
I
respecting
know
of
the
their
Qunari
ways.
are waiting for something, and it isn't rescue. I remember how you helped my son.
Ringing a door?
It seems
no,
you are
no,
meant to
that
have
probably makes me
influence
angry
above your
with
station.
the whole
Speak
door
to the
thing to me.
Arishok. Give him what he needs to keep the peace. Can you do that for Kirkwall, Serah Hawke?
I've seen hate for them, but I haven't heard anything major in years.
Zealots are bravest where their lies can't be argued, behind closed doors. Chantry leaders see Qunari beliefs as a challenge, not an attack. But the message gets muddled among casual adherents. I'm certainly not equipped to argue the fine points of faith.
Have the years been kind to Seamus?
He is his own man. But your actions tempered him somewhat. He's not so angry at the world. I thank you for that. I may not agree with him on many things, but
don't know
I
how
am
our actions
proud of
made
what he
him
is becoming.
calm down, considering
Qunari usually arrive as conquerors.
we yelled at him a lot
Odd that this has gone on so long.
Very. And I have no interest in
and
antagonizing
killed a lot of
them.
people in front of him.
That is partially why I suffer being a messenger today. A treaty exists, and it has been honored. Although,
You have doubts?
they claim they're waiting for a second ship. But it has been 3 years. They want something else.
Sounds like you'd be better off without this headache.
They will not leave, and we don't have the resources to force the issue. At least, not in a way that would leave the city intact. If they had come to conquer, I suspect they would have done so.
Any idea what I can expect?
None. Honestly, I don't think I've heard 2 direct words from the Arishok. Other than his rather deliberate phrasing of begone. If you think his asking me to notify you of this is strange, well, you would be right.
Well,
I'm always willing to assist.
Well, that is an attitude this city has lacked for a long time. Appease the Arishok. Take his demand and let him return to dormancy. As awkward as this has been, it is better than the alternative. Stepping down is looking more and more appealing.
yeah. 3 years, then we get called in to deal with the Qunari. At least we had a 3-year break. Well, maybe only slightly a 3-year break. Don't know what we did in those 3-year time period. But let's go see how Aveline's doing. We're gonna go see how everyone's doing. I mean, Aveline's been captain of the guard. Apparently has been doing pretty well for herself and for the guard.
We'll need to give them answers by tomorrow, Captain.
I'll have them. Dismissed.
The Seneschal was particularly vocal.
Dismissed. You'd think the captain of the guard could requisition a Templar or 2, but no, that would be demeaning. Can't have them working for the people when eternity needs a nanny.
Poor girl. Can't make everyone jump on command.
I'm captain, not Viscount. I didn't expect to sleep through this. The occasional night would be nice, though. And it's mostly your fault.
Me?
The coin you brought to this city turned it like a lopsided cart.
I didn't realize I was making it worse by getting ahead.
I'm just harassing you.
I
Although you are a bit
kinda
like the
wonder
center of a
exactly
hurricane.
how much coin we ended up
You've changed
getting.
fortunes for many people. Not always for the
from
better.
Sounds like you're
expedition.
spreading yourself pretty thin.
There are a lot of people in my charge. Someone has to look out for them.
You guard the guardsmen.
I don't turn people
If
loose
it's
like
enough to
Jevon.
actually cause it so
There's
the
additional
economy of the
training,
city has been
doubled patrols.
changed that
Costs
much?
are up, but I've halved injuries. I'll take
We-
it and argue with Seneschal Brand later.
Probably got a
After the last
few
captain, you couldn't have expected this to be easy.
or more.
At least I had the guards on my side. Once they understood,
At least
they
in our
rallied.
pockets alone left,
And
I'd
those
have to
who
assume.
didn't weren't fit to hold the crest. Stack friends against the enemies. I don't know if I came out ahead, but it's for the better.
The door is right there. I'll put you to work.
You've said that a few times. Bust heads for you and leave the paperwork behind. It has its appeal, but that's not really me, is it? Besides, I know what you get up to. A casual partnership is enough.
Oh, there you are. I've been looking everywhere for you, Messiah. If only you humans didn't all look the same.
Is there something you want, Bowden?
I came to deliver this to you. The last of the proceeds from all that treasure you found in the deep roads. It seems your friend Varric found a buyer after all, yes? Quite well done.
I recall Varric saying there would be more.
There was, in fact, but your mother took some for the mansion. Before I go, may I simply say how grateful I am that you've allowed my boy
We have
to stay
Bowden
in
and
your
Sandal living
home.
with us.
I said I would repay
The
you for saving
best
Sandra's
security
life,
system.
and I shall serve you faithfully. It is good to know he is safe.
I assume he'll pitch in, just like you.
It allows us
Of
to
course.
do
I'll
enchanting.
keep a close eye on him so his
the
enchantments
house.
don't do any damage. I promise you that.
Ever need to fix up
I'll
all our
leave
armor?
you to your adventures.
Can easily do that.
Your mother asks that you return to the mansion when you have a chance.
We'll go back to the mansion when we feel like it, Bowden. We got friends to visit first. While we're in Hightown, Fenris, the angsty elf.
So the Seneschal's tax collector won't be coming around again like you asked. Funny story.
I'll pass, but thank you for the help.
Spoil sport.
Why you want to squat up here in Hightown is beyond me.
I like the view.
So do I.
Three years. There's still no sign of Denarius. I'm beginning to wonder if he's finally given up.
This is his mansion, isn't it? He must know you're here.
Would you be surprised to learn that it isn't, in fact, his mansion? It belongs to a Tevinter merchant, one who has evidently given up on the place. Perhaps he is dead. Perhaps Denarius killed him. Either way, if Denarius is aware of my presence, he has done nothing.
Then this is the perfect time to track him down.
I'm not so certain. Tell me, what do you do when you stop running?
Do you really not know?
My first memory is receiving these markings. The lyrium being branded into my flesh. The agony wiped away everything. Whatever life I had before I became a slave, it's lost. I shouldn't trouble you with this. My problems are not yours.
You don't know who you were?
Fenris was the name Denarius bestowed upon me, his little wolf. If I once had another name or a family, then they were taken from me. But again, this is not your concern.
Let's keep it that way.
Then we needn't discuss it further.
What? Well, let's go to a slightly happier person than Fenris.
Just tell me if you hear more rumblings from the coterie about protection. Blondie's got enough trouble. Let me ask you something, Hawk. You made it into Hightown. I'd expect anyone else to get complacent, but you must have plans.
I'd make a good noble, don't you think?
If anyone could handle a life of sitting on their butt all day eating bonbons, Hawk, it's you. To be honest, I thought there might be a chance you'd want to go back to Ferelden now that things have calmed down. It's good to hear you're sticking around.
Nothing's been set in stone.
You're keeping your options open? That's unusually rational for you, Hawk. So, we've got a whole city-state full of trouble to get into. Shall we get started?
What are you looking at? Are you one of them?
Well, Eric was
Still marinating your
interesting
Have to keep old age at bay
questions he
somehow.
asked us.
Do you remember the relic I told you about? The one I need to find? I've been following a lead. I'm so close I can taste it.
You're wasting your time. Castillon probably doesn't care anymore.
I retrieved it. It would be mine if not for those rotten... storms. Look, I know how you feel about this, but it's important to me, and I'm going to need your help when the time comes. Just promise me you'll consider it.
Another chance to flirt, but no.
Talk to me when the time
Our heart is true to one.
If I learn anything new, you'll be the first to hear about it.
Have you heard from your sister? Is she settling in all right with the Circle?
I thought you and
It's been 3 years, Meryl.
Why are you worrying?
You're a little late on this conversation.
Surrounded by strangers, watched all the time. We didn't always agree, but she's a sweet girl. I would never wish that
And
fate
you were
on
kind of in the same situation
I haven't heard from her.
I'm sure
when
she's
you came to the
fine.
city.
She's strong. If anyone can get through this, she can. Don't blame yourself.
I know it's not my fault. It's the Templars who hold her away.
She'll find her way. Things will be all right. Somehow.
Don't come running to me next time you pick up one of these diseases.
Isn't that the point of magic?
I don't want to know.
Things just keep getting worse. I had Templars practically on my doorstep the other night.
The Templars are hunting you.
Not me specifically. They were just checking the refugee camps. But it's not like this place is a secret. It's only a matter of time.
Do you have something you need?
Sorry, I thought you might have come by to talk. People do that, you know.
We do that with people we like, Anders. Not with you.
Scientists think they can change us.
But on our way now, another enigma of Kirkwall. Telling more interesting facts about the city, such as mages failing their heartways quite more often than normal and turning to blood magic.
We're
So
here to
I
serve the
think
makers,
spring
sir.
wedding would be
What
lovely.
are you here
Don't
for?
you, Sister Kalinda?
It would be, I'm sure. But do you think it's wise?
This is definitely considered an overeager mom.
I'll have you know my daughter has had a suitor come by the house twice now.
Donations to the chapel.
Forgive me, Your Grace.
Going up the wrong stairs. Luckily,
Minds and a conscience. He does not approve.
he's still able to hear
I'm
most of
sorry.
this conversation
I'm not the one you wronged.
before walking into it.
I thought it would end here. That young lady, Hawk, she decimated Flint Company. No survivors. Yet, now that I know who sent them, it's harder to see their deaths as justice.
Death is never justice.
My... Hawk? We were just talking about you.
Is the Flint Company bothering you again?
I have no complaint with your work. I've learned who hired Flint Company. The Harrimans, a noble family of Kirkwall. They were my parents' allies. It's hard to believe they betrayed us like this.
Did Lord Harriman die violently?
That name
About 3 years ago.
sounds...
I won't ask how
Oh
you know
yeah,
that.
we did throw a knife into
I
his
had
head.
heard he was murdered. His daughter took over the family. Lady
Yeah,
Johane.
yeah, we did that, didn't we?
They say she's become quite reclusive of late.
Any idea why they turned on you?
Money? Power? It's hard to say. Lady Harriman was always jealous of my family for being royalty when hers were mere nobility. But I can't imagine that pushing her into outright murder.
They should pay for their crimes.
Unless I understand why they did this, any revenge I take will be hollow. I must speak with Lady Harriman and find out what drove her to this madness. But I am the last of my line. I should not go alone and make myself a target.
Sounds like he's asking us on a date.
But don't think you're my top priority.
Thank you, Hawk. Having you by my side will stay anyone's hand. If you like, I can travel with you until you confront Lady Harriman. Otherwise, you can always find me here in the Chantry.
Well, we finally got the person who's going to end up being our suitor in the party. We gotta take him home to Mom. Yep, this door is now to the Hawk estate. We'll be dealing with that next video. Yeah. This place is much better than Gamlen's. Though I don't quite know where everyone sleeps, considering this is our bedroom. Yet we also have Sandal, Boden, and our mom in the house. Aveline dropped by for a visit.
Settled in nicely.
This is good.
I deserve it.
Indeed. Still, more coin never hurts, right? Say, if someone wanted to pass some work your way...
Things are busy, Aveline. What's your point?
Yes, good. Use that tone on him and get him out of my hair. Remember Emmerich, the Templar? He wants your help and some sort of official sanction.
Official sanction?
He's the guy we found in the sewers.
He's convinced that every random murder in the past few years is connected, and he won't be quiet.
Nobleman's wife.
You don't think it's worth investigating?
I have. He even convinced one of my lieutenants to raid the Dupuis mansion. Nothing there. You wouldn't believe how much ass I had to kiss after that. Bloody hobbyist constable. Why can't he spend his declining years building a boat or something?
Seems like it should be easy to prove if there are bodies.
Kirkwall isn't the safest place. That doesn't mean everything terrible is related. If you're gonna be picky, the common thread in most of the trouble is you.
What can I do that you can't?
We are upstanding citizens,
I wouldn't say
Aveline.
as much, but... he keeps asking for you. Maybe just showing up will calm him down. He's in the gallows. If it leads somewhere real, I'll take it off your plate. Anything to shut him up.
Well, we got some important letters. This one is about the elf we helped dodge the Templars. This is the mages that we beat up, told we're going to turn in, turned around, didn't do that. Van Harel. Spam mail. The elf that wanted us to kill a man who was crazy in the head, and well, now you see, this sounds like a good deal, but we can never follow up on it. It's always good to hear what's going on back home. Free marches, that's where we be. Man, things apparently. I saw some problems back in Ferelden. And letter from Bethany. Talk about her time in the circle. Do a quick peek around part of the house. Room with all the DLC and a very nice overview of the front area.
It's strange living here again. My childhood home, now owned by my child. It's not something I could have imagined when I was a little girl staring out this window. I'm still grateful you used your money from the expedition to buy back the estate. I feel like an Amel again.
It's been 3 years. Move on already.
You have so many new duties to keep you busy, and I'm just sitting idle. But I am doing better. I visited Bethany at the Circle. She seems happy enough. I guess I just need to start picking you out a suitable husband.
We have one. He's a prince.
I like the doggy.
Well, sort of a prince.
Ruff, ruff, ruff.
Looks like they're having a nice chat. Maybe Sandal picked up some Mabari speak from our time at the Hero of Ferelden's camp. If you need any enchantments, I'm sure my boy would be happy to help.
And I can make it for you.
There's one more conversation or so to have with her mom.
I've been wondering if I shouldn't remarry. I'm sure the last thing you need is your mother watching over your shoulder every time you come home. But perhaps there is still life once your children have outgrown you.
No one is going to take Father's place.
Malcolm was the love of my life, the father of my children. No one can ever fill his spot in my heart. That doesn't mean I don't deserve some company in my dotage. Seneschal Bran has a son about your age.
No, Mom, we have somebody. We'll see you next time.